Alright, so this question says the digits 3, 4, and 8 can be used to make 6 different 3-digit numbers in which each digit is used exactly once, and it's asking for the average of these 6 numbers. Alright, so let's think about this. I mean, one thing we could do is just list out all these numbers and then find the average, like how we always find the average by adding them up and then dividing by the number of numbers, which in this case would be 6. But that's adding a lot of big numbers. So I think we can assume that this is not the route we want to go. But just to get a sense of what we have to do, let's try listing out all these numbers. So we can start with 8 being the biggest, and we can go 4 to 3. And then we can also switch this around and go 8, 3, 4. And then let's go 4. And the placement, this goes matter. So we can go 8, 4, 8, 3, 483. We can also switch these around and go 438. And then we also, our last two options are 3, 8, 4. And 3, 4, 8. Well, do you notice anything interesting about all these combinations? And I'll give you a hint. It has to do with their place value. Well, in each place, each digit shows up twice. So what I mean by that is in the ones place, there are 2 3s, there are 2 4s, and there are 2 8s. And you can notice this in the tens place and the hundreds place as well. There are 2 of each number. So if we want to find the average of all these 6 numbers, what if we had just approached it by finding the average in each place? Because, well, we can do the average of this plus the average of whatever is in the tens place times 10, of course, because it's in the tens place, and add that to the average of whatever is in the hundreds place. And because they all of these places have 2 3s, 2 8s, and 2 4s, we know they're all going to have the same average, so we won't have to calculate a bunch of times. And we can only use like 1-digit numbers, which are nice and easy. So remember, our average is the sum of all the numbers divided by the number of numbers. So in this case, we have 3 plus 3, so 2 times 3, plus 4 plus 4, so 2 times 4, plus 2 8s, so 2 times 8, all over a number of numbers, which is 6. So we can divide by 2 on the numerator and denominator, which will cancel out the 2's on the top and leave us with 3 plus 4 plus 8 all over 3. And so, because you can also think of this, if that's not clear, as factoring out a 2, which will leave you with 3 plus 4 plus 8 all over 6, which is 2 times 3. So these will cancel out, leaving me with this. And 3 plus 4 plus 8 is equal to 15 over 3, so our average between all these numbers is going to be 5. Well, this is really nice because, well, if we know the average of this ones place is going to be 5, well, we can just write over here, well, the average is 5. And then the same thing here, the average is 5. I mean, it's actually 50 because we have all these tens, but if I just write it in the tens place, that's actually 50, right? And then 5 here as well, because all of these have the same combinations of numbers. So this right here is the average of those 6 numbers. And if you don't believe me, you can go and put this into your calculator and check, but I mean, I would just believe me, this is right. Actually, that's bad. Never just believe somebody. Well, I guess you should just believe people. Like, don't doubt everybody. What am I saying? I guess what I'm saying, it's always good to verify. So if you want to verify this works, you should. Trust but verify. Yeah. Anyway, I think this is cool.